Hi, Goddess Gang. Welcome to my channel, Brown Girl Goddess. I'm Drea Love. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and feel free to subscribe to my channel so that you can get the post notifications each and every time that I upload a new video. So I'm not going to keep you guys waiting. Let's jump right into it. So today I'm going to be talking about self-forgiveness and holding yourself accountable for your past mistakes. So what exactly is self-forgiveness? Self-forgiveness is holding yourself accountable for the things that happened in the past and showing yourself compassion for your past mistakes. In life, there is no blueprint to life. There is no perfect road to life. We've all made mistakes. And if there was a perfect road to life, we wouldn't have any life lessons. But understand that forgiveness is the first step to the healing process. So, what is self forgiveness for some of us? Because for many of us, it could be different. For some, it could be self forgiveness for not accomplishing certain goals in life, maybe not showing up as your best self, or self sabotaging yourself, or even better yet, maybe hurting other people. But keep in mind that you are in control of your life. You are the driver to your own vehicle. And we have to start that healing process by first being accountable for our actions, then forgiving ourselves for our past mistakes, and also working on that healing. And when we do that accountability and that forgiveness, that's when we start the healing process. Because understand that those past mistakes that you've made, whether you hurt yourself or you hurt other people, keep in mind that energy is laying dormant within you. And that energy is not good energy, it's negative energy. And a lot of times we don't like to face reality of what we've done in the past. So we try to bury it and we try to keep it dormant, but not realizing when you're burying and you keeping that particular energy dormant, that's negative energy that's stored within. And this is why sometimes, you can be minding your business, you can be relaxing, whether you're at home or just out and about, and all of a sudden you have this random thought that just pops up of something that you did in the past. And the reason why that thought has popped up is because it's time to release that hurt. It's time to release that energy. It's time to start working on ourselves. Because maybe at that time you were in a dark place. But honey, I'm here to tell you, you're gonna see the light today. We no longer gonna stay in that dark place. We're no longer gonna live in that darkness. We're gonna prevail and we're gonna move into light. We're gonna start working on ourselves. We're gonna start holding ourselves accountable, and we're gonna start the forgiving process, not for anybody else, but strictly for you. And it doesn't matter what anybody else say, because at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. Although people pretend to be perfect, nobody is perfect. We all have skeletons in our closet. We've all made past mistakes, but it's time to hold ourselves accountable, because when you don't, what tends to happen is those patterns continue to keep repeating over and over and over again. And this is why, you ever know someone who every time they come around, it's complete chaos. Either, it's chaos within their own space, or when they come around, it's always chaos with other people. And then they turn around and play the blame game on everybody else of why things are not going right in their life, or why they have chaos every time they come around, and then they play the victim. The reason why this person keep repeating this pattern is because they never took accountability for their actions. They don't want to face those demons. They don't want to face those mistakes, and they're not happy within themselves. You ever heard that saying, hurt people hurt people? Well, hurt people also hurt themselves. So let's start taking accountability, and let's start moving forward, and let's start being the best version of ourselves that we can be. Now, when we forgive ourselves, what happens is we start to look at life in a whole nother different perspective. We start to look at ourselves differently, and we start to truly work on ourselves. And when you forgive yourself, honey, no one can come in and mess with your mind about your past mistakes. No one can come in and hold your past mistakes against you. And the reason why I say that is because when you start to heal yourself and you start to, you know, work on yourself, you're gonna have people, because people love to do this. You're gonna have people who's gonna throw up your past. But when you're on that healing journey of taking accountability and forgiveness, whatever past mistake people bring up, it's not going to affect you, because you're no longer that same person. You no longer live in that dark place. You no longer live in that negative space. And Sometimes you don't even have to say anything, you know, because people will realize, like, you're no longer that person. You're no longer that person you was 2 years ago, a year ago, 3 years ago. It's a new you. It's a brand new you. And embrace it, okay? Embrace it. And continue to work on yourself. Now, some of the things that we can do for self-forgiveness, is start to journal. I think journaling is so important, and not only is it important, it's so therapeutic. When you have that thought and you release that energy through that paper and that pen, let me just tell you, the release is you will actually experience gratification from releasing that negativity, that negative energy that you were holding on to, that was stored. So let's start journaling. Journaling is so important. I used to think, back in the day, I didn't think, or in the past, I didn't think that journaling was so important. I used to hear people talk about it all the time until I actually start my healing process, and when I start my spiritual journey and start to heal myself for the past mistakes that I made in the past, because a lot of times mine was self-sabotaging. I always self-sabotage myself due to fear and just other things. So start journal. Go out and buy you a journal, purchase you a journal, and start journaling. Another thing is, write a letter of apology. Apologize to yourself. Write a letter of an apology to yourself. Apologize for the past mistakes that you made in the past. Write out, just on that sheet of paper, just write out everything in the past that you're not happy about. The things that you did to self-sabotage yourself, not showing up as the best version of yourself. Write a letter of an apology and read it to yourself. And I would say keep that letter of an apology, because you may need it in the future, because sometimes, that subconscious mind, it plays tricks on us, and sometimes we go back, and then we start to feel guilt again. But when you have that letter of an apology and know that, hey, I accepted what I've done and I'm moving forward. So keep that letter of an apology. Another good thing is to write a letter of honoring yourself. Honor who you truly are. Honor the fact that you no longer live in that space of darkness anymore. Honor the person that you want to become. Even if you're not that person yet, even if you haven't reached to that point yet, still honor you. Speak it into existence as if I am. I know we all are familiar with manifestation, and manifestation is real, honey. When you speak it into existence as I am, it comes to fruition. So let's start to manifest the person that we want to be, because it's real. When you look at yourself around you, look at your life around you, you have manifested everything that's in your being right now. Everything that's happening in your life right now, you've manifested. So you can manifest becoming a new person. You can manifest becoming a better you. You can manifest self-forgiveness and honoring yourself. And anytime that you feel down, go back to that letter of honoring. Even if you have to put that letter up somewhere in your house, in your bedroom, so that you can look at it every day. Honor you, because you have to be the best version of yourself. Now, if it comes to a point to where, or if it happened to be that maybe you've hurt other people in the past, apologize to those people, but be mindful. Only you know if that person is willing to have a sit down with you, so that you can truly pour out, your heart, and tell them how you apologize of hurting them in the past. Now, with this apology, don't be upset if your apology is not accepted, because everyone has a right to their own feeling. That individual may accept your apology, and they may not accept your apology, but that's okay, because you did what you had to do, because this is a healing process for yourself. And if you can't meet with that person to apologize for your past mistakes, write a letter of an apology to them. You don't have to give it to them. Just write a letter of apology, read it out loud, and release it. And when I say release it, burn the letter, tear it up, flush it, do what you have to do. But you have to heal for yourself. You have to understand that self-forgiveness is a priority. And when you make it a priority, what happens is it builds strength, and it helps you to grow in life. And understand that at the end of the day, we are all a work in progress. People may portray to be perfect. People may portray to not have skeletons in their closet, like they do no wrong. But I'm here to tell you, we're all a work in progress. We definitely are. because people love to point the finger. And the difference is, I've heard this before. The difference between, you have two type of people in this world. You have a person who can hide their flaws and hide the BS that they do, and then you have some people that just can't. The difference between you and other people is they can hide theirs, but just best believe they got some skeletons that they need to work on as well. So at the end of the day, be supportive. Show up as your best self. Support you on this journey of releasing that energy, releasing those past mistakes, working on the best version of yourself. And know that you are worthy. At the end of the day, you're worthy for forgiveness. So I hope that this video resonates with you guys. If it does, drop a purple heart down below. Tell me some of the things that you've done to work on self-forgiveness. And I'll see you guys in my next video.